Welcome to the 66th Annual Portsmouth Invitational Basketball Tournament held at the Churchland High School Sports Complex in Portsmouth, Virginia. Alongside of James Blackburn, I'm Wayne World Beato, and we will be bringing you the action today in the third quarterfinal game of the PIT featuring the Portsmouth Sports Club versus the Roger Brown Restaurant. The PIT begins the path to the 2018 NBA Draft for the 64 premier college basketball players. The first real stop playing against other future professional basketball players. All 30 NBA teams are represented here, along with the NBA G League affiliates. The PIT also draws personnel directors, general managers, coaches from over 200 professional teams from 6 continents. James, we've got the quarterfinal matchup today, third one of the tournament. Fourth quarterfinal game is tonight at 9 a.m. We've got 2 terrific backcourts going to play against each other today.
Yeah, no, these guys could go. For Portsmouth Sports Club, we have Shannon Evans, a high-scoring, quick guard that could create his own shot, put up 16.5 points a game this year at Arizona State. And he's joined by Johnathan Stark, who was the Conference Player of the Year at Murray State, and he could also fill it up, over 21 points. They'll be going up against Roger Brown's Rob Gray, who is great this year at Houston. Another guy, he really impressed me this year at the CP3 All-American camp that he puts on in Winston-Salem. Could really fill it up, too, over 19 points a game. And his backcourt mate was another Player of the Year in the A10 Conference from St. Bonaventure. That's Jalen Adams. He put up over 19 points a game, over 43% from the outside. So tons of scoring in those backcourts tonight.
Let's don't forget Elijah Brown, the New Mexico star that transferred as a graduate transfer to Oregon, averaged over 20 points a game for the Lobos 2 years ago and averaged over, with double figures, over 13 points a game for the Oregon Ducks this year. I think it's going to be a really good game tonight. A lot of NBA scouts here, about 200 people representing the NBA 30 teams. It's going to be fun. We're going to introduce the starting lineups. Actually, we're not going to do the starting lineups. We're going to do all 8 players. There's only 8 players per team, so everybody gets a lot of run. We're going to introduce those right after the national anthem.
Welcome to the 66th Annual Portsmouth Invitational Basketball Tournament. Tonight we have 2 games. The first game pits the Portsmouth Sports Club, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard. It will be the guests, and the home team will be Roger Brown's, the Truckers, or the home team. At this time, we'd ask that you all please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Back at the PIT third quarterfinal game, I'm Wayne World Beato, alongside of James Blackburn, bringing you the action. We're going to go over the starting lineups for both teams right now. The Portsmouth Sport Club has a 6'10" Angel Delgado from Seton Hall, 6'10" center. From TCU, Vladimir Brodziansky, 6'11". Rodney Bullock from Providence, a 6'8" forward. Jeff Roberson from Vanderbilt, 6'6" forward. Devon Hall, Virginia guard, 6'5". Matt Mobley, St. Bonaventure, 6'3" guard. Shannon Evans, Arizona State, 6'1" guard. Johnathan Stark, Murray State, 6'0" guard. Those are your 8 players for the Portsmouth Sports Club team. Roger Brown's restaurant team has Anas Mahmoud, Louisville, 7-foot center. Johnathan Williams, Gonzaga, 6'9" forward. William Lee from UAB, a 6'9" forward. Desi Rodriguez.
Now time to meet the home team, Roger Brown.
A 6'4" guard from Oregon. Rob Gray, a 6'1" guard from Houston. Jalen Adams from St. Bonaventure, a 6'2" guard, rounds out the Roger Brown's team. The coaches for Roger Brown are Bill Mann, John Kelly, and Johan Petro. And Portsmouth Sports Club coaches are Mark Hall, Ethan Walker, and Jimmy King. Jimmy King is the NBA assistant on loan from the NBA, and he was part of the Fab Five, Michigan's Fab Five back in the late 1980s, early 90s. James, what are we looking for in this game tonight?
Well, we're looking I'll tell you what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a lot of scoring.
Okay.
But we're looking for these backcourts to see which ones can not only score the ball but could score it efficiently, okay? Because we've seen a lot of quick shots these games, and we know these guys can fill it up, but this is the first time they've played together. We've seen the other guys already play. So this is their first game. They've been here for a couple of days now. They've been able to get acclimated with each other. So we'll see which group plays together the best and which group has the best chemistry early on.
It should be interesting. And we noted earlier today we worked the first semifinal consolation game. Lots of scoring, a little bit of defense. You know, this is kind of like an all-star game, but it's actually a little bit different than an all-star game just for the fact that the NBA scouts are here, the international FIBA teams from the Euro League and other miscellaneous leagues around the world are here. So you've got to play defense because you've got to play defense in regular season games. So they're going to see if you're capable of playing defense, and obviously they haven't practiced enough to get double downs and rotational defenses and things like that, James, but they want to see if you want to play defense because defense is like rebounding. It's a want-to activity.
Yeah, you got to get back in transition, and if you just show a high motor, especially for these bigs, that's going to go a long ways. So one name real quick, Wayne, to keep an eye on this game, I think could be the player of the tournament if their team keeps winning, is William Lee, number 11 for Roger Browns. He's not in the game right now, I don't believe, but he is an absolute load inside. Definitely a guy that could turn a lot of heads.
Absolutely. We're going to have the jump ball between Angel Delgado and Anas Mahmoud from Louisville. Mahmoud controls the tip for Roger Browns. Jalen Adams to Brogdon Blizniuk. Jalen Adams.
Yes.
2-point shot. Foot on the line, James.
That's
early
what we
2-point lead.
That's what we said early on. Watch out for those guards. They can fill it up.
And we're going to see a lot of good guard play today. I'm sure Shannon Evans inside Delgado. Back to Delgado. Missed a little hook shot. Roger Brown's with the ball. Blizniuk from Eastern Washington turns it over.
Oh, nice pass.
Shannon Evans, nice pass.
And that
blocking foul.
That was Jalen Adams that was attacking the rim. He's a much improved shooter, Wayne, over his last year, from his junior to senior year. Big-time improvement from his three-point shooting especially. We talked about him, me and Tyler Gatlin this morning on the combine coverage. His players ran through some combine testing early this morning.
Devon Hall from Virginia.
Tough shot there for Devon Hall. Saw him against Wake this year, Wayne, and solid athlete. Really a good shooter, though. Really good shooter.
Devon Hall's a local product here at Cape Henry High School in Virginia Beach, Virginia, about 10 miles away. Turnover by Roger Browns. Angel Delgado.
Tough shot, too, over Anis Muhammad over Louisville. He's a shot blocker, so that was a good take over the length of the big man.
Mahmoud definitely has some length. Elijah Brown, graduate transfer at Oregon from New Mexico. Jalen Adams, Elijah Brown.
Good job of Shannon Evans that time to fight over the screen. I know as a little guy, sometimes you get caught on that, but he kept on getting into it, and that's him right there for the three.
Long three by Shannon Evans from Arizona State.
He could fill it up as well.
Mahmoud, Blizniak, Elijah Brown. Elijah Brown's dad's Mike Brown, used to coach the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I'd say that people have probably heard of him a few times.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice move.
An NBA head coach. Mahmoud with a good spin move for two.
Mahmoud wasn't able to show that a lot at Louisville. He was asked to be more of a defensive player, but with a move like that, I didn't know he could make something like that. So
tied to score at 4. Long shot by Matt Mobley from St. Bonaventure that missed. Jalen Adams, Elijah Brown again.
It's funny, we have St. Bonaventure guards going at each other with Jalen Adams and Matt Mobley, both number 10, by the way.
Absolutely.
So that might get a little confusing, but.
Delgado down on the low block. Devon Hall from Virginia misses a three. Jalen Adams picks the ball up over to Elijah Brown. Elijah Brown thought about it. Didn't take it. Jalen Adams. Johnathan Williams with a three ball from Gonzaga.
Nice shot.
3-point field goal for.
He was moving really well this morning too, Wayne, in the combine testing. He's a big that can great movement.
Played his first 2 years of collegiate basketball at the University of Missouri and then transferred to Gonzaga. Rodney Bullock from Providence. To Hall. To Shannon Evans. Shot missed.
You know what we're seeing early on, though, Wayne, is good ball movement by both teams. A lot of people sharing the ball. Right when I say that, there's a fourth shot.
Jalen Adams throws up an air ball from 3.
It's a little bit of a force there.
Jalen Adams was the Atlantic 10 co-player of the year this year.
With Peyton Aldridge, who we saw last game.
And he was 3-time All-Atlantic 10 first team member.
Yeah, not too common anymore to see co-player of the years, but it happened this year in the A-10.
Good runner by Shannon Evans from Arizona State in the paint.
That's what he could do. He's a local kid. I think we already alluded to it.
From Virginia Beach.
Yes. He's got some great seafood restaurants down there.
Jalen Adams on the take to the rim with a layup.
Showing the quicks.
Roger Browns leads the game 12-6.
And, you know, Jalen Adams is not the most athletic guy, Wayne, but he's got a lot of good jerky movements, uses hesitation dribbles. You know, he's really, really skilled, and he gets to his spots. At times he has to watch his shot selection, but he could play in the pick and roll. He could hit the roll man, and this event could be really important to him to show that he could play at the NBA level.
Portsmouth Sports Club inbounding the ball after the foul. Johnathan Stark.
Over 21 points a game.
Playing for Matt McMahon at Murray State.
And, you know, Evans, Wayne, actually was averaging over 20 a game early on this year for Arizona State. So 2 guards that could both score the ball at a high rate.
Mahmoud backing down. Bank shot, missed. Cleared by Delgado from Seton Hall.
Once Mahmoud adds some lower body strength, he's going to be able to get closer to that basket. That time he got pushed a little bit outside of it. Struggles to score from that far away.
Delgado lost the ball, went into the backcourt for a backcourt call. Roger Browns takes possession. Blizniak from Eastern Washington to throw it in. Jalen Adams into the front court. To Elijah Brown. Dribble drive, nice pass to Blizniak. Out to Jalen Adams for three.
And that's where he's improved at. A couple of years ago, he was shooting under 30% from three, and now he's over 40, so a huge improvement. And he showed that he could hit from the NBA range, too.
Roger Browns extends their lead to 9, 15-6.
That's a deep three by Evans.
Deep three. That's about 26-footer. Pass into a quagmire. Turn the ball over. Portsmouth Sports Club with the ball. Johnathan Stark for a three. Missed. Blizniak with the rebound.
But I am impressed with the ball movement early on, especially with Roger Brown's.
Johnathan Williams with a little left-handed hook from Gonzaga. Didn't go.
Well, Roger Brown's was one of my early favorites this tournament, Wayne, not only because they've got a good backcourt, but because they've got great food.
Absolutely, they do have good food. Rodney Bullock, 2-point shot. We have a timeout on the floor.
Timeout, Roger Brown.
Roger Brown's calls a timeout. Going back to Bogdan Blizniak. I think I'm pronouncing that right. He's from Lutsk, Ukraine. Went to Todd Beamer High School in Washington, right near his Eastern Washington University destination. He was the Big Sky Player of the Year, and he's also been Big Sky second team member for 2 years. So his sophomore and junior year, he was second team and elevated that to first team all Big Sky this year. He's also the Big Sky all-time scoring leader with 2,169 points. So Blizniak can score.
Well, hey, I just like his name. You're doing a great job with it, too, by the way.
Bogdan Blizniak.
Yeah, this Roger Brown's team looks to be – I picked them as one of my early favorites to be a championship contender here.
Right.
Again, if you win 3 games in a row, you win the championship. So it's sort of like those November college tournaments where they're real quick. You play 3 games in 4 days, and right there you got it.
Roger Brown's inbounds the ball. Rob Gray into the game from Houston, from Forest City, North Carolina.
Yeah, and I saw Rob Gray at the CP3 Elite Camp this summer. I thought he was a top 3 guard there. Could really change speeds well, breaks down the defense with the dribble, gets to the free throw line at a high rate, Wayne, and can hit the 3. I think he's a little bit more of a combo than a pure 1.
Right.
But he's a really special player, had a great year this year at Houston.
Interesting prep career we'll talk about later in the broadcast. Bullock with a missed layup in traffic. Desi Rodriguez from Seton Hall goes to the rim and scores 2.
Seton Hall's Desi Rodriguez.
17-9 now. 3-point shot by Devon Hall.
A little bit of a quick shot there, a quick trigger, but he is a shooter out of Virginia. That's what he. Oh, nice slip. That was a good slip. If you would have, it was a little quick as far as the pass, but if he would have thrown it up or thrown a bounce pass there, it might have been able to get to him without hitting the opponent's hand. So.
Elijah Brown tried to slip that ball in there for an easy layup, and it got swatted out of bounds.
I think these coaches have really encouraged on every team their bigs to slip.
Right.
You've seen that now with multiple players, so I definitely think that's coming from the coaches.
Portsmouth Sports Club trying to cut into this early lead from Roger Brown's restaurant. Vladimir Brodziansky with the roll. He's from TCU. Played for Jamie Dixon this year.
It's great, creating a shot for
William
someone else.
Ha Lee from UAB with a missed long-range shot.
And I saw Lee a couple times this year, and he actually attempted multiple threes in both games. He's got a nice-looking stroke, but he's more of a pick-and-roll guy, high-level athlete, and a shot blocker too, Wayne.
Johnathan Stark misses the 3 ball. Rebounded by Portsmouth. Now tied up for a jump ball.
Lee's teammate, Chris Coakley from UAB, will be in the next game, and both of those guys were beasts this year in the Conference USA. UAB had a good team, but, man, those two guys, they had a hard time stopping them.
We're jump balling all held balls, which these guys are not used to. It's as we discussed last night and this afternoon, it's a hybrid set of rules.
Yeah, it's it.
Jalen Adams pushed. No, excuse me.
The foul is charged to Portsmouth Sports Club number 10.
It was Rob Gray that got fouled.
Rob Gray got fouled. The foul was on Matt Mobley from St. Bonaventure. Rob Gray's very quick when he goes to the rim.
Yeah, and he changes speeds. I mean, he's so aloof with the ball that it's hard to know what he's going to do. So
Desi Rodriguez misses a three-point shot. Portsmouth with the ball down the front court.
Nice.
Johnathan Stark to Brodziansky. Back to Stark. Brodziansky. Matt Mobley.
They didn't want to call it, but they had to call that one.
That's a veteran referee right there. Duke Edsel. He's been refereeing in the ACC since the mid-1980s. His brother is the football coach, or was the football coach at UConn and somewhere else, and I can't remember where it was. But Duke Edsel, longtime referee in Division I college basketball.
Well, we've got all these referee crews we've had, Wayne, here have all been veteran-laden referee crews that have done, not only high-level Division I games, Final Fours as well.
Fours. Bill Covington Jr. has done the Final Four. Roger Ayers will be here, and he had the Final Four this year. He had the Michigan-Loyola game in the first game of the semifinal Saturday. Timeout on the floor. 11:33 to go in the first half. Roger Brown's Restaurant leads Portsmouth Sports Club 17-11.
We'll give you some scores, Wayne. Jalen Adams is the early high man with 7 points, starting off hot, 3 for 4 from the field, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. So that's what he was one of those people that we talked about in the backcourt. Number 10 for the Roger Brown's team.
Rob Gray, Elijah Brown, and Jalen Adams. Tremendous backcourt for Roger Brown's.
Good entry to the post right there.
Angel Delgado.
And he is a load. Oh, wow. He said.
Nice block by Johnathan Williams from Gonzaga.
Williams said, no soup for you today.
Back for that. More soup. No soup for you today. He put the bread in it and never got it back.
He tried to barbecue chicken him down there, but he was having none of that. They got so excited, they started going the other way. They forgot that he blocked it out of bounds, Wayne.
Portsmouth Sports Club retains possession. Johnathan Stark to inbound. Jeff Roberson.
And good rebound, but they could call that a shot clock violation. So
now we do play a 24-second shot clock here at the PIT. These kids are used to playing the 30-second shot clock, so sometimes the 24-second shot clock does come into play.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those.
William Lee misses the iron, got backboard. Matt Mobley got the ball stripped.
Oh, nice pass.
Rob Gray.
Looked like he held that one a little bit when he was shooting the ball on the way down. I don't think that's too natural, but the defense was there.
Delgado for the shot, had the rebound at the other end, was rewarded with the ball back. Missed the shot. Jeff Roberson from Vanderbilt, 3, good.
I like Johnathan Stark right now. He's doing a good job of finding teammates, Wayne, and he's a guard out of Murray State. Looks better than the 3.9 assist that he put up, but he's going to be asked to be the main point guard that gets people involved because he's playing with Evans. Evans is more of a combo scorer.
Jalen Adams from St. Bonaventure. Johnathan Stark was a scorer in Matt McMahon's offense at Murray State this year. He was the Racers' leading scorer.
But right there, another nice pocket pass. Good defense by Lee, going straight up. So
Matt Mobley with the miss. Defense by William Lee.
And that's so key, Wayne, for a guard like Johnathan Starks. He's a little undersized and only 6 feet tall. And, yes, like you just said, he scored it really efficiently, too, over 21 points a game, 45% from the field, 40% from three. But at his size, he's going to be more of a pure point in the next level. So he's got to show teams that not only can he hit shots and be efficient, but also get other people involved. And he's doing that right now.
Had a held ball, and held Delgado got the tip. Then they lost it out of bounds, and we're not sure
Stay
whose
on
ball
this
that
end.
is. Duke Etzel from the other side of the floor points Portsmouth Sports Club's ball.
I like that action right there, a little elevator screen for the shooter. And
Jalen Adams about had a steal, ran into Duke Etzel, the referee on the sideline.
It's been one of the best sideline out of bounds plays though I've seen here, Wayne, in this tournament.
Of course, they haven't had time to practice too awful much. They had one practice. Each team had one practice.
But they're looking good. They look like they're practiced more.
Johnathan Stark to the rim.
Look up. It's a good foul. Stop the break.
Foul is charged to.
Speaking of fouls, each player gets 6 personal fouls instead of the typical 5 in college.
They're pretty much playing all NBA rules, Wayne, except for the fact that they're playing 2 20-minute halves.
And they're doing jump balls every held possession.
Which would be the NBA rule.
Right.
Yeah.
Turnover picked up by Portsmouth Sports Club. Missed shot by Shannon Evans.
Nice pass. Stark's doing a nice job, Wayne, of sharing the ball. He doesn't have as many as assists because guys aren't hitting shots. There's another nice pass into the post. The big
stepped out of bounds. Jeff Roberson from Vanderbilt.
The big fellow there, Delgado. All he had to do was turn over the right shoulder. If you're watching as a scout, that shows a lack of a left hand. So let's keep an eye on that to see if they keep forcing him to on that that shoulder. So good defense right there down low.
Something to watch for. Jalen Adams. William Lee had lost the ball quickly down at the other end for the Portsmouth Sports Club, and Delgado got fouled, going to the line for 2.
And Portsmouth Sports Club right now is just trying to find an identity, Wayne. They're trying to find who could get us some baskets. Right now, nobody on their team has more than 3 points. So got several guys with 2, a couple of guys with 3, but they're really missing. Shannon Evans is their guy that's the scoring, could be scoring. And then Johnathan Stark, we already talked about, over 21 points. But right now he's electing to be more of a passer. So
absolutely.
They might need him, though, to start turning it up on the scoring end.
Delgado makes the first, cuts the lead to 6, 21-15. Roger Brown's Restaurant in the lead. Delgado for a second try. Up, a little strong, missed it. William Lee with the rebound, up to Rob Gray from Houston.
Nice. Good body control there. He needed to slow down just a little bit, finish that, but he got there. He got to the paint.
Rob Gray had a tremendous game in the NCAA tournament against Michigan. Scored in the 30s.
And that's what the crowd came here to see. As a local guy, you heard the crowd right there. One of the few local guys in this tournament from right up the road, and that was an electric move there by Shannon Evans.
I think there's 5 local players in this tournament, 5 out of the 64, which is actually pretty many for a small area like this.
No, it is. It is. But he's from right up the road, so he's going to have, you see a large contingent of fans right there in section 102. They're probably all here to see Evans.
Absolutely. You can look across there and see some people in Arizona State gear also, Sun Devil gear. Desi Rodriguez was fouled. 2 shots, makes the first. Increases the lead to 22-17. Roger Brown's in the lead. 7:58 to go in the first half. Rodriguez with a second free throw.
And Wayne, did Shannon Evans not start at Buffalo? Am I wrong about that? Or did he stay at Arizona State his whole career?
No, he started at Buffalo. You're correct.
Okay.
And the connection there is Danny Hurley is the coach at Arizona State. Obviously, his brother was the coach at Buffalo before he went to Rhode Island, and now he's at UConn. So that was the whole connection there with Shannon Evans at Buffalo to Arizona State. Delgado with a strong rebound for Portsmouth Sports Club.
Quick shot, though, by Jalen Adams. That's something to keep an eye on. He had some questionable shot taking this year, but he can score, and he is efficient. But he's just got to wait, be a little bit more patient, wait for his openings on his shot.
Johnathan Stark with a good drive to the basket and lost the ball out of bounds. Turns it over to Roger Browns. Rob Gray from Forest City, North Carolina, prepped at West Oaks Academy in Florida.
Lee right now on the perimeter, somewhere he's not really used to being.
Mahmoud.
There's that strength factor again.
Lost
Wayne.
the ball off his foot, James.
Oh.
Devon Hall from Virginia going to the rim and was fouled.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see some high-low with Mahmoud and Lee, but because Lee's actually used to playing high-low at UAB with his teammate Coakley, but both of them lack a little bit of the strength to be the down-low guy. They're both, I think, used to being in that free throw line extended area and throwing the high-low pass. But somebody's got to be down there on that block and get deep post position to score.
Devon Hall's another local product at Cape Henry High School here in Virginia Beach. It's about 2 towns over, about 6 miles over. Made the first, made the second. Cuts the lead to 23-21. Roger Brown has a 2-point lead now.
High IQ guy in Devon Hall.
If you play at Virginia for Tony Bennett, I think you are.
You got to be.
William Ha Lee from UAB misses a long jumper. Johnathan Stark. Rodney Bullock from Providence misses a corner jumper. Jalen Adams with the rebound, pushing the ball.
That is a nice pass.
Pass to Ha Lee from UAB. Missed. Mahmoud with the rebound. Rob Gray, 3 ball. Rob Gray's a tremendous shooter. Hadn't found the range yet.
But, you know, Lee right now is settling too much, Wayne, for threes. He only put up 1 or 2 a game this year in college. He needs to get down on that block and get him pick and rolls where he could use his athleticism. Right now he's not showing his athleticism.
Jalen Adams almost with a steal. Rodney Bullock gets the ball back and does a little floater from about 5 feet.
Another local guy, Wayne.
Yep, Bullock's from Hampton High School, Kecoughtan High School in Hampton, Virginia.
You think they put all the local guys in one game on purpose?
Probably. Not sure. Bogdan Blizniak.
From Eastern Washington.
I like this kid, Blizniak. He's letting the game come to him. Real poised, real efficient from the field, utilizing that mid-range jumper, Wayne.
As we said, Blizniak is from the Ukraine.
And we've got some listeners out there listening to it. Nate Daniels, one of our boys from a few years back, is listening right now. So give Nate Daniels a shout-out.
Jeff Haxton, the voice of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, was listening to Zach Smith's game this afternoon. Okay. Give a shout-out to the voice of the Red Raiders, Jeff Haxton.
There's Lee for another shot. That's a little closer to his range, and that one looked a lot better. He had more arc on that shot, Wayne.
Johnathan Stark, Devon Hall, into Brodziansky.
Oh, nice feet work action. That's what Shaq would call some good feet work.
Good feet work by Brodziansky.
Kept that pivot foot down.
Rob Gray from long 2 in this game. NCAA, that would have been a 3 ball. Missed it.
Roger Brown's now, their guards are just shooting too quick of shots, and this has allowed Portsmouth Sports Club to get back into this one. Only down 2 now.
Devon Hall missed the shot. Rebound by Mahmoud. Blizniak. Long shot by Jalen Adams. Missed. Bullock with the rebound. Gives up to Stark.
Stark probing.
Long shot by Shannon Evans.
And both teams early on, Wayne, were doing a nice job of getting into some sets, moving the ball and moving them, doing a good job of man movement too. Right now we've got a little bit standing around, for both teams, and I'd like to see some more man movement in the offenses.
Johnathan Stark's sort of been the playmaker for the Portsmouth Sports Club, and as I said, he was a Murray State racer this year. He was a Ohio Valley Player of the Year, and what's interesting about Johnathan Stark is he transferred from Tulane, 2 years at Tulane, so he played in 3 different conferences in 4 years of college basketball. He played in Conference USA when Tulane was in Conference USA, James, and then Tulane moved to the American Athletic Conference. He played 1 year in that, transferred to Murray State to play in the OVC. So not many players can say that they've played in 3 college conferences in one career.
And you know what's funny is all 3 of those conferences, Wayne, we see a lot of those 3 conferences, and
yes,
they're all very similar.
Absolutely.
Very, very similar. So, what's interesting, too, is he only has 2 assists this game, but, man, he should at least have 6 or 7. This game has been a lot different from the early games we had. The other games at this point would have been close to 40, 45 points.
Absolutely.
So these teams, I'm not sure if it's better defense or just they're struggling to get shots off, but it is their first game. So
absolutely.
They're just trying to get used to the gym, get used to the sights. Probably a little nerves early on, too, with all these NBA teams watching.
Absolutely. Roger Brown's inbounds the ball to Rob Gray, goes to the rim, passes to Mahmoud. Nice block on the backside from Vladimir Brodziansky from TCU.
Oh, yeah, I knew he was on the baseline there.
Pass to Rodney Bullock, who happened to be on the baseline, so he turns it back over to Roger Brown's.
Rob Gray doing a nice job, also throwing several nice passes. Only has 1 assist, but, last game we saw the assist totals in the mid-20s to even low 30s. This game only 11 total assists so far in this game.
A lot of missed shots in close after nice passes. Elijah Brown couldn't corral that pass. Portsmouth Sports Club's Jeff Roberson from Vanderbilt.
Oh, nice
scored.
Block. Good box out, too. That was Bullock on the box out.
Brodziansky turns the ball over in traffic. Elijah Brown going to the rim. He is a left-hander. Elijah Brown's a left-hander.
Both of these teams, Wayne, right now, too, are shooting a combined 5 of 27 from the three-point line. So
this game this afternoon, one team, I can't remember which team it was 12 for 20 from the threes at halftime, shooting over 50%.
These teams, Portsmouth right now is shooting 14%.
Sales Systems.
That's not going to improve the percentages right there with that shot.
Rodney Bullock with a long 3 that missed. Desi Rodriguez driving the lane, getting 2.
We haven't called his name out much, but averaged over 17 a game this year at Seton Hall. He could really fill it up.
Roger Brown's leads 29-27 now. Turnaround shot by Brodziansky from TCU, missed. Rodriguez with the rebound. Pass inside to Johnathan Williams for 2.
You're seeing some of these bigs, they're having a hard time with that physicality allowed in the low post. They're just not able to quite secure low post position, deep low post position.
Devon Hall to the rim, fouled, doesn't go in, just rolls off. James, you're exactly right. They're calling this more as an NBA-style game than a college-style game. We would probably have double the fouls right now if we were playing NCAA call selection, not just rules, but NCAA call selections. Dwayne Gladden on the call right there.
Well, you're not going to get any complaints from me, and I don't think there's any complaints from anybody because of the way they're calling it. Because, like I referred to earlier, NBA scouts love this. There's great flow. They can actually scout players without it being interrupted.
Devon Hall makes his first and makes his second. 31-29 lead for Portsmouth Sports Club. Rob Gray from Houston on Roger Brown's team bringing the ball up. Over to Johnathan Williams, long 3 ball, misses. Jeff Roberson with the rebound.
Oh, man, that's...
Oh, man. Nice block by Providence's Rodney Bullock at the rim.
To Roger Brown, number 14. Vladimir is second, team 7th. Jeff Roberson.
Foul on Bogdan Blizniak. Roberson going to the line for 2. Trying to extend the Portsmouth lead. Makes the first.
Here, a little under 2 minutes to go. This is a pivotal point in the game. Both teams to see if somebody can make a little run, maybe create a little separation before halftime.
Roberson misses the second free throw.
Look at Rob get it down court so fast with the ball.
Elijah Brown. Good offensive rebound by Blizniak.
I like what Rob Gray is doing here. He's getting other people involved, getting other people easy shots.
Desi Rodriguez shot, fouled, going to go to the line for 2.
And that was all created by Gray, Wayne. He made sure he held the ball, made sure guys were spaced out. The spacing right now for Roger Brown's is great. Set a little flare screen on the backside, able to free up Rodriguez, and he made the right play and made the right read, drove it into the rim.
Rodriguez for 2 free throws. First one's up, misses. Trying to extend a 1-point lead with 1:27 to go in the first half. Rodriguez with the ball. Second shot getting ready to be on its way. It's on its way, up and in. 2-point lead for Roger Browns. 32-30 at this point. Portsmouth Sports Club with the ball. 24-second shot clock, so there's several more possessions in this first half, James.
I'd like to see some screen and roll right now with for Stark. He's got the mismatch. See if he can create. Nice step-through move. Tough shot. Wow.
Shot by Stark. Off. Elijah Brown with the rebound.
Elijah Brown's got a great frame to him.
He does. He's a pro body already. Rob Gray to the rim. Nice lay in. Extends the lead to 4.
Nice fluid movement right there. Nice fluid take.
Devon Hall to the rim. Missed. Johnathan Williams with a nice rebound. Almost turned the ball over. Gray finds Elijah Brown in the corner. 13 on the shot clock, 32 in the game left.
Roger Brown's moving the ball pretty well. That's a
Jalen Adams
shot.
I'm sorry, Desi Rodriguez with a long shot.
They'll see if they elect to hold for 1. That's what they should do. That's a good move, getting the ball to Stark.
Shot clock is about a half a second ahead of the game clock for the end of the first half. Long shot by Stark off the rim. Rob Gray with the rebound. Gives the ball to Dwayne Gladden, the referee, and that's the end of the first half. Roger Brown leads 34-30 over the Portsmouth Sports Club here at halftime. James.
So I've been going to Portsmouth since I was 5 years old. My father, who had been scouting for the NBA for many, many years, was instrumental in helping out with Portsmouth. Portsmouth is run by the city of Portsmouth. It's run by a committee of volunteers. It's run by people that the NBA teams, when they arrive, they feel like they're a reunion with the family. It's a charitable event where they give out scholarships to the Portsmouth kids that are from the community in the Chesapeake area. Players that the PIT are getting, all right, they're the top college seniors, most of them. A lot of times we'll have the top 10 or so players that'll go to the combine. However, players are now attending the Portsmouth tournament because, A, they need to. We're finding out that between 9 and 19 players every year that choose not to go to Portsmouth don't get invited to the combine, don't get drafted, nor make an NBA team. Now they've realized this is an opportunity for them to interview for the NBA teams. None of these guys right now are NBA first rounders. They may be able to play, but they have to play into the first round. Last year, we got 6 players drafted, 1 in the first round. And this is what they're trying to do now. They realize that we have to open up the doors, interview, and do everything that we can to get that roster spot. They're eliminating the opportunity to interview in front of those teams. It's kind of like saying, you know what, I'm pretty good, but wait until maybe I'm the top 4, then you can come interview me. Now they've come to realize I've got to open up the door for myself, get the experience, prove to them that I'm going to be a player that can play on their team.
Oh yeah, it's all about the drive, baby.
Everybody's talking about Portsmouth. Everybody's talking about Portsmouth.
Everybody's talking about Portsmouth. That's what happens when you're an urban core of Hampton Roads, the gateway to America's heartland. Portsmouth sits center stage in a region comprised of 17 municipalities. Situated on one of the deepest natural harbors on the Intracoastal Waterway, you can access Portsmouth via an improved infrastructure connecting our roads, tunnels, railways, waterways, and people. Everybody's talking about Portsmouth. From our historic seaport and waterfront to our wildlife preserves, Portsmouth sets the standard for the conservation of these natural habitats. Everybody's talking about the increase of maritime-related service companies that located here last year, a direct result of the expansion of Virginia's ports and the economic growth in Portsmouth and the state. We've got so much to talk about. The Portsmouth Marine Terminal transports nearly 200,000 containers annually. Calmar USA, Inc., a cargo handling solutions business, is expanding its footprint in Portsmouth, bringing new jobs and diversifying the commercial mix in the Midtown Business District. Business is booming in Portsmouth. Everybody's talking about the high-quality lifestyle Portsmouth offers. Access a lifestyle that boasts abundant walking communities, with tree-lined bike lanes, neighborhoods with diverse architectural styles, and access to all kinds of shopping, right here in Portsmouth. Planning a visit? The Renaissance Portsmouth Waterfront Hotel, owned and operated by Charmaine Hotels, will remain open during its multi-million-dollar modernization renovation. The 249-room conference hotel boasts a spacious outdoor terrace that provides scenic and expansive views of the world's largest natural deep water harbor, making it the jewel of the Elizabeth River. Guess what else everybody's talking about? Later this summer, old meets new again as Portsmouth recreates Portside with a new outdoor structure complete with food and beverage vendors and the hottest weekday concert series, Sunset Thursdays, beginning June 7. Keep your sights locked. Everybody's talking about the $100 million in new and redeveloped multifamily housing downtown and how Portsmouth is attracting both millennials and empty nesters. Additional multifamily housing units have also been proposed for the Victory Square area of the city. Come home to Portsmouth, where you can enjoy a relaxing and scenic boat ride along the Elizabeth River, Scotts Creek, or any of the other connected rivers, canals, and sounds. Everybody's talking about our museum scene and how the city's Union Bank and Trust Pavilion attracts national musical acts. Access a workforce that is well-educated, dependable, and trainable, as well as access a varied customer base. Income levels in the city are growing faster than the state and national averages. Everybody's talking about our schools. Portsmouth Public Schools added 4 new career and technical education courses, including cybersecurity, sports medicine, and TV production. And our young people can earn industry certification in any of these fields, which will help them find work. Portsmouth Public Schools expanded its STEM program by launching an augmented virtual reality lab at IC Norcom High School, enabling students to don goggles and use computer software to study earth science and biology. Everybody's talking about Portsmouth's new workforce development program, Hire Portsmouth, a partnership with the public school system, the City of Portsmouth, Opportunity Inc., and major employers. Access to quality health care is critical to a high-quality lifestyle. Last year, the Naval Medical Center Portsmouth celebrated the anniversary of its first building, affectionately called Building 1. Building 1's history dates back to the 1700s. The hospital's main campus is home to more than 5,000 men and women who provide an array of healthcare services for our armed forces, their families, and military retirees. The Norfolk Naval Shipyard is one of the largest in the world, specializing in ship repair, overhauling, and modernization. In 2017, Portsmouth celebrated the 250th anniversary of the Norfolk Naval Shipyard. An important past, a vital future. Bon Secours Maryview Medical Center was named one of the nation's 50 top cardiovascular hospitals by IBM Watson Health. And everybody's talking about Maryview's addition of the state-of-the-art Da Vinci surgical system to its surgical robotics capabilities. Always engaged in the good health of the Portsmouth community, the Maryview Foundation Health Center treated 1,000 patients last year and helped them to receive $10.9 million in medications. Today, Portsmouth's retail districts feature everything from breweries and distilleries to boutiques and specialty shops to fine dining, new fast food chains, grocery stores, and fitness centers. Looking to relocate your business or start a new one? Portsmouth should be top of mind. 2 Virginia Enterprise Zones, small business incentive programs, a proposed technology zone, newly created office space, and strategic development sites in the city. Yeah, people are talking about Portsmouth, from the local media to the governor's mansion, talking about a brighter future in Portsmouth. Discover what all the buzz is about. Take the ferry, drive through newly renovated tunnels, take the MLK Connector or I-264, and visit Portsmouth. Spend the day, bring the family, and make some memories. There's always something happening on this, the right side of the river.
Back at halftime at the Portsmouth Invitational Basketball Tournament in Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm Wayne World Beato alongside of James Blackburn. Portsmouth Sports Club is trailing Roger Brown's Restaurant 34-30. at the end of the first half. James, what were the scoring summaries for the first half?
Well, there wasn't a lot of it, but with Portsmouth Sports Club, we've got Evans with 4, Mobley with 0, Hall with 6, Bullock with 5, Delgado with 3, Stark with 2, Brodziansky with 4, and Roberson with 6. They are shooting 2 for 16 from the 3. Roger Brown's, we've got Brown with 3, Adams leads all scorers with 9, Mahmoud with 2, Liz Nuck with 2, Williams with 5, Rob Gray with 2, Lee with 2, and Rodriguez is tied for the lead with scoring at 9. And they are also shooting 3 of 16 from 3. So we've got a combined 5 of 32 from 3, Wayne, if I'm okay with my math there, which I believe I am.
You're okay with your math. You're not very good with pronouncing names from Eastern Europe. Vladimir Brodziansky, who happens to hail from Providence.
No, that's Providence.
Providence.
There's a team there in top-level Slovakia. I actually know their coach really well. They had a great year this year in the SBL League in Slovakia. But so that is Providence.
Providence. I didn't get that. I got his name right.
You got the name right. Yeah.
He's from Slovakia. Then on the other team, Bogdan Blizniak. He's from the Ukraine.
We'll keep helping each other out.
Absolutely.
There on the names.
Those are tough. Eastern European names are tough.
I'll take as much help as I could get, my man.
Absolutely. Getting ready to start the second half.
One more half to go, and I'm hitting that hospitality room. I don't know about you.
Johnathan Williams and Angel Delgado jumping the ball.
And I'm looking
controlled by Roger Brown's Rob Gray now from Houston.
Look at that play right out of the half.
Johnathan Williams from Gonzaga from Rob Gray.
Nice little connection there. Little back screen to free him up for the alley-oop.
Matt Mobley, Shannon Evans, Angel Delgado.
And you know he's gone over that left shoulder, Wayne, but he's just so powerful down there. You know, he's not really regarded as much of a scorer, Delgado, but he is a rebounder with 12 rebounds a game this year at Seton Hall. But he's a big body guy. And I'm not sure he saw that many post-up this year, but he did score at a pretty efficient clip, over 50% from the field and almost 14 points a game.
Delgado at the line for 2, fouled by Desi Rodriguez from Seton Hall. First shot's up, a little strong, off the back rim.
It's only a 61% free throw shooter, so this team is just hunting for points right now. I mean, nobody on their team has more than 6.
Delgado's second shot up, connects. Trims the lead to 5, 36-31. Rob Gray, long two-point shot.
Early, a tough shot right there. Not sure that's what the coaches wanted.
Devon Hall with the rebound, going coast to coast, puts the ball up. Little short. A lot of contact, James, and that's what we were talking about. These players have to learn to play through this contact, but they're not used to this contact yet, so it's hard for them to play through it. He was expecting a foul earlier and didn't get it, but got it late on another play.
Yeah, here's the little 1-4 set, the baseline out of bounds, the clear out, and great defense there. But they get the offensive board.
Shannon Evans, local product for 3.
They've got to get him going, Wayne. They need scoring, and Evans is the guy that could give it to him.
Cuts the lead to 2. Desi Rodriguez to the rim for Roger Brown's.
Quick
Missed
shot
the shot
again. Pull it out.
Blizniak, Eastern Washington. Elijah Brown, Oregon. Left-hander. Fall-away shot. Not a good shot for Elijah Brown right there. Blizniak with a hustle play, got the ball back. Tipped by Johnathan Williams, almost went in.
Yeah, both teams just down there scrapping.
Points are hard to come by in this game. Shot by Devon Hall from Virginia.
Devon Hall, I like him. He's been aggressive here early. He's only got 6 points, but he's taken quite a few shots, showing the ability to go left and right as a lefty.
Played on the #1 team in America for a long time this season.
And you were at the game, Wayne, where they lost to UMBC. That must have been something to be there.
That was. Ryan Odom is the coach at UMBC, did a great job. His top assistant, Nate Dixon, helped with the game plan. to upset Virginia, maybe the biggest upset in college basketball history. Rob Gray went to the rim, got fouled. 2 shots. First one is up, no good. Rob Gray's an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah.
And missed that one.
Right now, both these teams struggling to score a little bit, but you're right, Gray at over 80%.
Gray hits the second. Roger Brown's leads 37-36. 18:04 to go in the second half.
You notice they're icing the ball screen right there for Roger Brown's. That's causing some chaos for the offense.
Blizniak with a steal and a pass to Williams, and Williams couldn't hold on. Fumbles it out of bounds. One thing we've seen a lot of fumbled balls out of bounds. It might be because of the basketball. They're playing using an NBA leather basketball, 100% cowhide basketball, and the NBA is the only league in the world that uses a leather basketball. Everybody else uses a composite basketball. Elijah Brown off the dribble shot, missed.
And both teams, Wayne, actually have 11 turnovers per team. So that's more than we're used to seeing in this event. We still have 17 minutes to go.
I think the basketball's got a lot to do with it.
I agree.
Mobley comes out with the ball.
And you know, Wayne, those NBA balls, they're better when they actually get wet. A lot of people don't know that. But, you know, there's teams that actually soak those things in water, and you would never believe that, but the balls are slicker when they're dry. So they're built that way for when the sweat gets on the players.
Exactly. They start off bright orange, but you never see that in an NBA game. You always see a brownish orange ball because they practice with them for months before they put them into a game.
Yeah, and you know, they actually switched. You know, you could tell us more about this, Wayne. They switched to basketballs what was that, about 8 years ago or so?
Yeah, it was, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Matt Mobley makes the first free throw.
That's his first points of the day.
Second free throw's up and good. Portsmouth Sports Club takes the lead. They haven't led. I don't believe they've led this game.
They haven't. I don't think they have.
The first lead change we've had. Mobley takes the lead for the Portsmouth Sports Club. Roger Brown, Blizniak up for the shot in the paint, scores and fouled. Going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Going back to the basketball, James, the NBA changed a couple times. About 10 years ago, they went to a composite ball, and when they changed the ball, they have to approve it with the Players Association. It was a give-and-take thing. 95% of the players wanted the synthetic ball. Shaq did not, and the Players Union didn't want to act like they bowed down to the NBA, and we saw Blizniak complete the three-point play. So it was a political type deal, and on January 1st, they started using the old ball again about 10 years ago. They played from the first game up until the end of December, then went back to the leather ball.
Yeah, that other ball I don't think was very widely accepted once they started playing with it.
Most of the players did like it at first.
Yeah.
And then they started to didn't grow fond of it after that. Okay, a turnover. Elijah Brown with the ball.
Oh, nice pass.
To Rob Gray. Back to Elijah Brown for the left-handed layup.
You know, I was actually working for the Bobcats then, Wayne, and I remember that year because we had both balls in practice, and then they switched over, and those other
Devon
balls were just a little slick in the games.
Then they also changed it about 8 years ago. They went with a 6-panel basketball. These basketballs are 8 panels. They went to a 6-panel basketball, used that for about a half a season, and then went back to the 8-panel leather ball. Blizniak with a layup. Eastern Washington Eagle. Shannon Evans, Arizona State, misses a 3.
Both of these teams now heating up a little bit, Wayne.
Desi Rodriguez going to the rim and a miss. Cleared by Delgado to Evans.
That's
back to Devon Hall.
Devon Hall's got to hit that wide open. Roger Brown's a little slow right there getting back in transition, and they took advantage of the numbers.
Elijah Brown into Johnathan Williams.
Something to mention, Wayne, is Delgado now has 12 rebounds in this game. So he actually averaged 12 rebounds this year.
When we were back in the hospitality room, we talked to a couple scouts, NBA scouts, and they said they were looking for Angel Delgado to score 20 points and get 10 or more rebounds. Otherwise, he would not have had a good night. So they were looking for Delgado to have a big night, both offensively and rebounding-wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
well, he's being aggressive enough offensively. He's putting up shots and he's getting to the free throw line, but he hasn't been very efficient. 1 for 5 from the field, but he's been to the line 4 times.
15-11 to go in the game. Portsmouth Sports Club leads by 1, 45-44, in a very low-scoring game for the PIT. Like we said, the first 3 games of the PIT were high-scoring. This one is an ultra-low-scoring game. 34-30 at half. The last halftime for this afternoon's game was 65-55.
Yeah,
and I'm with you, James. I'm not sure if it's really good defense, really suspect offense, or a combination of both, or turnovers and just a discombobulated, no-rhythm type game.
You know what I would say it is? I think it's more just a little bit bad offense. Neither one of these teams really has a true point guard. All these point guards we mentioned before were more scorers, and right now they're in a quandary about should I score, should I shoot it, should I pass it, and you're just getting a lot of turnovers. I mean, right now they just haven't gotten as many shots up because we've got 23 turnovers together combined, and combine that with some quick shots, and, you know, you're shooting 4 for 20 for Portsmouth Sports Club from downtown and 3 for 17. So that's been the main difference, the inability to hit the 3 ball.
Elijah Brown with a miss on the 3 ball. Goes out of bounds. Portsmouth Sports Club with the ball. Johnathan Stark to Vladimir Brodziansky.
Brodziansky's got to look to the goal there.
Stark to Vladimir. Vlad backing down his Slovakian opponent. Blizniak.
Foul is charged to Roger Brown's number 14, Bogdan Blizniak.
Blizniak fouled Brodziansky.
Well, Blizniak.
I wonder if they could talk back and forth with each other, because both of them are from Eastern Europe, and both dialogues from Slovakia and Ukraine are both from sort of a Russian-type language. I wonder if they could speak to each other.
You know, one thing I haven't heard a whole lot of this tournament is a lot of vocal guys. I know we're up here, Wayne, in the booth, but we've both been down there as well in our off games.
Right.
And I just wish I had heard some more vocal players here. That's one way to really get noticed. Somebody calling out the ball screens hard, somebody calling out switches, maybe a mismatch in the post. And look at Stark right there, caught the offense unaware. They were sleeping. He gets the steal. And I love it.
Then a steal and then a timeout for the Portsmouth Sports Club.
Johnathan Stark right there. That's a way to get noticed. Gets the crowd into it.
Absolutely. Portsmouth Sports Club leads 47-44, 14:31 to go in the contest. As we alluded to, low-scoring game.
Give you some score updates, Wayne. We've only got one player, who is Devon Hall from Virginia. He's got 13 points in this one. 4 for 9 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Delgado, the only one so far in double-digit rebounding. You know who's had a really balanced game is Rodriguez from Roger Brown's. That would be Desi Rodriguez from Seton Hall. He's actually got 9 points and 8 rebounds, but he's 3 for 10 from the field. So I don't know if anybody really has shot it that officially this game. You can
Portsmouth
look at
Sports Club getting ready to inbound the ball.
Jalen Adams has 9 points on 4 for 7 shooting.
Matt Mobley to Johnathan Stark. Stark from Murray State. To Jeff Roberson from Vanderbilt. Throws up a shot, bounces a couple times on the rim and falls in for 2 points. Elijah Brown.
Put on his Globetrotter act for the game.
Yes, he did. The Oregon Duck, but he spent 2 years at New Mexico with the Lobos.
Oh, wow.
Matt Mobley from St. Bonaventure goes all the way to the rim with a convincing dunk.
He surprised me right there. He got up. His elevator kept going up.
Mahmoud, nice pass to Brown.
Oh.
Brown with a left-handed reverse layup.
He switched hands there.
Elijah Brown actually started at Butler for 1 year, started there at Butler, went to New Mexico, and then transferred to Oregon. So he's played at 3 different stops. 2-time All-Mountain West Conference player. Scored 30 against Arizona this season. And like we said, his father's Mike Brown, ex-NBA head coach with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was here. I haven't seen him, but
I would say he probably would be here. Rodney Bullock is fouled going to the rim.
Foul charge to Roger Brown's number 10. Jalen Adams is third.
Jalen Adams commits his 3rd foul.
And he utilized a good, strong up fake there, Wayne, with 2 hands, and he got 2 guys to jump. That's what got him to the free throw line.
Rodney Bullock, first free throws up and good.
Every time you say Rodney Bullock, I keep thinking of Reggie Bullock.
From Kinston, North Carolina.
Played
Reggie
at Carolina,
Bullock.
now in the NBA. I believe with the Clippers was the last team.
Played at Kinston High School. Rodney Bullock, second shot is good. Extends the Portsmouth Sports Club lead to 53-46.
Stark right there was like a pinball bouncing off like 3 screens before he even get to half court.
Elijah Brown, he's a hired gun. He can shoot it. Pulled up and missed the shot. Cleared by Portsmouth Sports Club.
Now it's
long shot by Rodney Bullock.
Now
in
it's
and out.
Roger Brown's Wayne that's really struggling to find a rhythm offensively.
As you said, they don't have a true point guard out there.
Yeah, neither team really does.
Right. Blizniak up top, catches a screen from Mahmoud. Running right-hand floater short. Cleared by Jeff Roberson. Up to Bullock. Knocked out of bounds by Jalen Adams. But it was off of Bullock, so Roger Browns gets the ball.
They need to get Jalen Adams going right here, Wayne. He's the high man on the team scoring, and I think Stark's really getting into him defensively. He's doing a nice job. You see him here, picking him up full court, making him work.
Right.
Maybe getting him a little bit tired when he gets down here. He just wants to pass the ball. So here's a screen. That's good to get him free. Nice little pocket pass to the big. Oh,
good pass inside to Mahmoud from Louisville for the dunk.
And I talked about that earlier, Wayne, the high-low action. Lee is an excellent passer from that high-low position.
Mahmoud from Cairo, Egypt, played also at West Oaks Academy in Orlando, Florida. He was all-defensive team this year in the ACC, represented Egypt in the 2012 FIBA Under-17 World Championships and also the AfroBasket Tournament in 2013. Rodney Bullock scores for Portsmouth Sports Club to extend their lead to 55-48 over Roger Brown's Restaurant. Jalen Adams.
Good pass.
To Mahmoud. Gets it out to Blizniak. 3-point shot short. Brodziansky from Slovakia with the rebound. Gets it up to Matt Mobley for a 3-point goal.
That's been one of the few and rare threes this game.
Now a 10-point lead for Portsmouth Sports Club. Looked like Roger Browns was going to run away with the game early. They are not. Blizniak from Eastern Washington with a 3.
That was much needed. He's got a funky stroke, Wayne. It takes him a little bit of time. He kind of moves it over a little slow.
Johnathan Stark with a ill-advised bomb.
Yeah, you could say that.
Up to Elijah Brown. Fouled. Going to the free throw line for 2.
And you got to have, you got to understand time and score situation, okay? They just hit a 3 to cut your lead. That's not the time to come down court and try to launch one to tie it up. Now they've got an opportunity to cut the lead in half just at a short 10, 12-second span.
Absolutely. First free throw by Elijah Brown is short. Brown has not had a real good shooting game tonight.
No, well, I mean.
And I've seen him light it up in past games for the Lobos and with Oregon. Second free throw is good. He's going to be substituted for by Desi Rodriguez. 58-52, Portsmouth Sports Club lead at 6.
Yeah, we're going to have to search, Wayne, for the game-worn uniforms MVP awards. Right now, it's still very much up in the air.
Might not have one.
Hey, I'll be glad to take it this game. Yeah, we just don't have that guy yet that's really stood out overall. It's going to depend who wins.
A lot of game left, though.
There is, lots of game.
Adams to Williams. Nice play by Williams.
Williams has shown a lot of things, Wayne, that really translate to the NBA level.
Matt Mobley for 3, the St. Bonaventure. Bonnie.
Field goal, Matt Mobley, St. Bonaventure.
Rob Gray on the right side puts up a shot, 15-foot out, a little strong. Rebounded by Matt Mobley over to Reggie Bullock.
But Wayne, we were just talking about
Actually,
Johnathan.
it's Rodney Bullock. I said the Reggie Bullock also. He's from Kinston and played at North Carolina.
We were just talking about Johnathan Williams from Gonzaga. Of course, you know, he comes from a great program. Now has 9 points and 3 rebounds. For him, he's a guy, no matter what he does out here, with his size and the ability to put it on the floor, he's going to get a lot of pro opportunities in summer leagues, workouts. I mean, look at that body he has. He just had that great left-handed drive, so
Absolutely.
He really moves well, too. Really athletic for his size.
That's why he's at Gonzaga for Mark Few.
Oh, nice teardrop right there by Shannon Evans.
Runner by Shannon Evans, local product.
And
played at Arizona State.
He did that a lot this year in Arizona State. Three-point shot still, he could hit the three, but that's his bread and butter right there. In the mid-range, getting to the rim, getting fouled, and finishing shots like that.
Johnathan Williams, left-handed. Couldn't get the
mark.
roll.
Nice.
Bullock with the rebound.
Nice little sky hook action, though. I like it.
Bullock to Mobley for 3. Mobley's got it.
Mobley, I believe that's his second one. Yeah, that's his second 3, and now, his third 3. He's up to 13 points, Wayne.
Biggest lead of the night for the Portsmouth Sports Club at 12, 66-54. Blizniak, short. Delgado with another rebound.
Blizniak, I'm surprised he turned that shot down. Shot 40% from 3 this year. Boom.
Shannon Evans, another three-point play.
Evans, Portsmouth Sports Club now catching fire from deep, and this game's getting out of hand.
A 15-point lead for Portsmouth. Jalen Adams answers with a three-point goal.
Yeah, that was a big answer right there. That's only their 5th three-point shot made of the game. They're 5 for 20 now for the contest.
Devon Hall to Shannon Evans. Matt Mobley for 3. He's got it.
That's going to get a timeout, I'm sure. Well, they're not going to call a timeout, but I'm surprised because right now there's miscommunication there at the top, Wayne. They're just leaving these guards wide open on these little handoffs.
Back to a 15-point lead. Blizniak is fouled. A lot of dribbling by Blizniak.
And I'm really surprised, Wayne, that there was not a timeout there by Roger Browns.
Foul on Angel Delgado or Angel Delgado, whichever you prefer. If you're from way South America, it's Angel Delgado. Northern South America, Central America, and United States, it's Angel. Blizniak, first free throw's up and good.
In a low-scoring game like this, Wayne, this many point difference really matters. The last game, they could recover that in 2 or 3 minutes. But in a game like this, 14, 15 points is a big deal.
Blizniak, second shot's up. Made it.
And if they get another
13-point lead.
If they get free for another three-point shot here, watch the defense at the top. See if there's some communication going on. Here's the screen. Nice downhill move by Evans. Kicks it out. Another wide open 3. They've got to call timeout, Wayne. They're getting open 3 after open 3.
Rodney Bullock with a three-point goal. Blizniak gets caught up underneath in a double team.
That's off Gray, I believe. Yes.
Jalen Adams with a ill-advised pass. And a turnover for Roger Brown's. Portsmouth Sports Club back in possession.
Oh, they gave it to, I thought that was off Gray. We got a nice little perch up here. We can kind of see it, but.
Dwayne Gladden changed the call right there.
Good closeout right there. Look at Portsmouth Sports Club getting after it.
Gray
and
from over half court because the shot clock was winding down. Since it didn't hit anything, it was a shot clock violation.
I sound like a broken record, Wayne, but they've got to call timeout. I mean, right now this game is getting way out of hand. Portsmouth Sport Club is clicking on all cylinders. Right when I say that, though, they turn it over.
Johnathan Williams to Jalen Adams. Long shot missed. Shannon Evans.
He's heating up. Good pass.
Pass to Matt Mobley.
He's asking for
Devon Hall.
Hall's asking for a big screen by Delgado.
He got it.
Oh.
Ball was tipped by Desi Rodriguez. Shot by Evans is off.
The crowd wanted that one in. They were holding their breath.
Local player. Jalen Adams. Rob Gray.
Gray's been quiet here.
Gray wishes he was playing against the University of Michigan.
Oh, nice extra
37
pass.
37 or 38.
Great extra pass, though, right there by Gray.
Blizniak couldn't convert.
Oh, wow. What?
Long shot by Mobley.
Mobley's asking for the foul, but the referee's telling him, I don't know why you shot that shot.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was not a good attempt right there. You've got a 15-point lead, but my goodness, you had a chance there to stretch it out and really put him away, not pull up for a 30-footer.
Desi Rodriguez goes to the rim, gets blocked.
And
Roger Brown's is going to retain possession. Timeout, Roger Brown.
No, it was actually Portsmouth Sports Club, Wayne. I heard it on the intercom, believe it or not.
Okay.
I thought it would have been Roger Brown's, but maybe they called that timeout after that shot.
Could be. I'm not sure what timeout rules they're using, if they're going to use the NBA's style where you have to call a timeout, the mandatory timeout, because there's no media timeouts here, because every time I look up at the clock, we're under 8 minutes. I said, there's a media timeout, because I'm used to the NCAA where we do have media timeouts.
Yeah, and we want to say once again, Wayne, to our listeners and audience to follow NetCast Sports on Twitter, at NetCast Sports. Make sure you follow them. We're barely halfway through this tournament, so we still have a lot of basketball left to be played. If you follow them, you could get all the updates, all the scores, all the times, so they could catch us again, Wayne, and see us on the air again. I know they want to do that. So
our next game, James, you and I work tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, the second semifinal game.
The late tip.
The late tip, yes, indeed.
We'll have some good broadcasters on tomorrow, too, Wayne. We'll have the great Chucky Brown on tomorrow.
Played for 12 NBA teams.
Ties the record of all time.
Blizniak spin move, scores from 8 feet.
Nice little mid-range shot right there. They really needed points. That's good. They got the timeout, got the little play. Get a little shot right there in the mid-post area.
Cuts the lead to 13.
Oh, look at Stark right there.
Johnathan Stark from Murray State with a floater.
Snaked his way to the basket there. Did a nice job of curling that ball screen.
Jalen Adams with a long shot that misses.
You know, Wayne.
Cleared by Stark.
I hate to say it, but Evans struggled a little bit, like I said earlier, before this year with this three-point shot. And that longer NBA three line has not been kind to him so far.
Then you say that, yep, okay. You say that, but Shannon Evans connects on another three.
And he's now up to 15 points.
For the Portsmouth Sports Club. The largest lead of the evening for the Portsmouth Sports Club, 79-61, 18-point lead.
And, you know, if I was a betting man, I'd probably bet when this one's close to being over with 18-point lead in this low-scoring game.
5.5 to go. Rob Gray misses a shot from the top of the key. Rob Gray has just not had it going tonight.
No, he's 1 for 7 now from the field with only 3 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. But, you know, he's kind of been one of those guys, we said it, Wayne, he's a scorer, but he's also trying to find his way. Should he come here, be a pass-first guard? Was passing her early on. Now he's trying to score it, but just a little out of rhythm this game.
Devon Hall with a 3-point goal.
Talk about catching a rhythm is the is Portsmouth Sports Club. They are catching it now up to 10 made threes to the game, getting it up to 33%, which is a decent percentage. And
Roger Brown's immediately answers with William Lee with a catch and a bucket at the rim.
And, Wayne, we've got 3 guys right now going for that game uniform.
GameWornUniforms.com.
Yes, sorry, player of the game. And Shannon Evans with 15 points. We've got Devon Hall with 16 points, and Matt Mobley now with 16 points. So 3 guys kind of going for it. We're going to see who can put the game away.
And Angel Delgado might be involved also because of his rebounding
14
tonight.
Rebounds this game.
Long shot by Stark.
And Stark's done a nice job. You know, he's only got 3 assists, Wayne, but he's done a much better job, what the stats show, of moving the ball than only 3 assists.
He's run his team pretty well.
He has. When he's in the game, he's doing a nice job. Delgado has only got 4 points, but like you said, 14 rebounds, really controlling the boards. Nobody on Roger Brown's has more than 8.
Roberson, long 2, misses.
Mahmoud
ball was volleyballed around on the rim.
Nice pass by Gray.
William Lee can't connect. Corralled by Devon Hall.
I just love to see Lee, Wayne, again, though, be in some pick-and-roll situations and use his athleticism. He hasn't shown that this game. There's the mouse in the house action. Roberson takes advantage of his size. And
connects on a 2.
Now we've got this thing up to 19 points.
Actually, it's 21, 84-63.
I was never accused of being great at math, Wayne.
A steal, Devon Hall for a dunk.
Now they're just putting highlights on here.
It's up to a 23-point lead now for Portsmouth Sports Club.
And I want to say, Wayne, this is the biggest point differential of any game that I know that we've done, but any game here in the Portsmouth this year.
It has. This is.
They just cannot get anything going underneath.
Lee couldn't score in close. Johnathan Stark.
Yeah.
Off of Roger Brown's, Portsmouth Sports Club retains possession.
And, Wayne, let me say this right now, too. We haven't had a blowout yet. So these players have to remember, though, that even in a blowout game, even though you're losing, that's no time to start jacking shots, start not getting back on D and showing bad habits. You're still performing no matter if it's a 50-point game or a 1-point game in front of the NBA scouts, in front of the international coaches here. So this is the time you're being watched in everything you do, especially your body language, Wayne, and how you react to a loss like this.
Rob Gray couldn't connect on a floater.
So it's interesting.
Stark with a bomb from about 27 feet that couldn't connect.
We're going to see who can still play the right way. That's so key. The little things matter in tournaments like this.
Lee turnaround jumper's good for 2 for Roger Brown's. Still a 21-point lead for Portsmouth Sports Club. Johnathan Stark for a bomb. Matt McMahon in Murray, Kentucky. If he's watching, the head coach of Murray State was happy with that play from his player. Lee from UAB.
He just has not been able to find the range from 3. Like I said, that's not really his game, Wayne. He's 0 for 6 right now from distance. He needs to get down in that post area and score, get some easy ones. They need to put him in pick-and-roll situations. There has not been a lot of ball screens this game from Roger Brown.
Stark tried to get the ball to Vladimir Brodziansky. Tapped out of bounds by Lee.
And, you know, in 7 years, Wayne, we've always seen Roger Brown's usually in the championship game. They've always been a strong club. This year, I don't know what happened, but
I thought they were very strong. Looking
at the paper, yeah.
Out of bounds to Roger Brown's.
But that's why
Portsmouth Sports Club.
That's why we play the game, Wayne. That's why we play the game. So this has been. I did not expect this coming in.
No, I kind of thought Roger Brown's might win this game.
Well, we said that early on. I want to say they were up 10, were they not?
They were up 9, I believe, is the biggest lead they had. Rob Gray to Elijah Brown. Elijah Brown for 3. In, out.
Yeah, you're right, Wayne. It was 9 points in the first period. They were up 9 with 14:44 to go. And
right off the bat.
From there on out, it's just been all Portsmouth Sports Club.
Johnathan Stark into the front court. Elijah Brown guarding him. Elijah Brown was guarding him. Got around him. Stark left-handed layup.
Stark now double figures, Wayne with 11.
Jalen Adams to Mahmoud. Mahmoud scores in close.
I like to see that. Even though you're losing and the game's over with, you're still making the right play. Feeding the big fella.
Matt Mobley couldn't connect from a 17-footer. Adams.
1 minute remaining.
Brown.
Keep moving the ball.
Williams.
This is his wheelhouse right here, Wayne. Oh, wow, what a fadeaway. He got a lot of space on that, just off the mark.
Williams couldn't connect. Elijah Brown for threes, got it. Elijah Brown can heat up, but it's going to be a little too little and a little too late.
That shot, though, gives him 11, gets him in double figures. That's only the third player on their team that has double figures, Wayne, on their team. Stark with the quick release. He's heating up. He's got 14 now.
Johnathan Stark from Murray State, 94-70, a 24-point lead. 19 seconds left in the game. Jalen Adams drives to the rim.
Nice little offhand finish.
Off the backboard and in.
I would expect that they would just dribble this one out.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. Get it across midcourt. Referee Duke Edsel there watching that. Players starting to shake hands. Game's going to end.
And Wayne,
Portsmouth Sports Club 94, Roger Browns 72. Roger Browns is going to the losers game tomorrow at 3:15, Friday at 3:15. Portsmouth Sports Club will be in the second semifinal game tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and give the scores and the game-worn uniforms player of the game, which is going to be Devon Hall from Virginia, Wayne. We're looking at Devon Hall, 18 points on 6 of 11 shooting, 2 for 4 from 3, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, Wayne. So really efficient. Let's go ahead and go over the numbers for Portsmouth Sports Club. Evans with 15, Mobley with 16, Hall we already said, player of the game with 18, Bullock with 11, Delgado 4 points but 14 rebounds, Stark with 14 points, Brodziansky with 6 points, Roberson with 10 points and also 7 rebounds. For Roger Browns, we had Brown with 11 points, Adams with 14, also 7 boards, Mahmoud with 6 points, 6 rebounds, Bliznuk with 14 points, Williams with 9 points, Rob Gray 3 points, 4 rebounds, William Lee 4 points, 5 rebounds, and Rodriguez with 11 points and 8 rebounds.
James, what catches your attention on this game that we just witnessed? What stood out for you?
I
mean, who was it? Portsmouth Sports Club heated up at the right time. They were sharing the ball, and their guards were able to catch fire at the right time. And the defensive collapse, Wayne, by Roger Browns really caught my attention. I thought they should have called a timeout there at one point. They got caught on some screens up at the top, and they just allowed way too many open shots, and that really extended the game out.
Interesting game. The next game, the 9 o'clock game tonight's K&D Rounds Landscaping against Norfolk Sports Club. Should be an interesting game. That's the 4th quarterfinal game of the 66th annual PIT. For James Blackburn, I'm Wayne World Beato. We will see you later tonight.
Mr. E. Knight, Francis Griffin, and Ethan Emily. You heard your name called. Please report to midcourt at the press table.
Who was the projected winner of this tournament? Nobody. Oh, nobody? They balanced it out so well. Yeah. He literally could not hit. He was thinking every game would be roughly within 10 points. That was the first blowout. That's the first, right. That's why we was like, what in the world?